Hello, my name is Mirion Malle and I'm a comic book author, and this is my new book, This Is How I Disappear, which is going to be released in North America at the beginning of October 2021, and which was initially published in French in January 2020. This is the French edition of the book, and it was also published like in Quebec, in French still, so because I live in Quebec, in August 2020, and also in Korean. So yeah, that's kind of cool. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the book, what it is about, how I made it, and stuff like that. So this is the story of a young woman called Clara, which is going through a hard time, and she is in depression. So this is a story of a depression. It's not a book about depression in general. I wanted to tell the story of this woman, but I also think that fiction is very political, and so I really try to talk about experiencing depression as a young woman and what causes it for most of the time for women. So it talks also about sexual violence and stuff like that. But I really wanted it to be, not a triggering book. I really made this book thinking about people in depression, women who lived through very traumatic events, and I really wanted to take care of my readers, if that makes sense. I really wanted to make a book that was kind of sweet, even if it's very difficult, a very difficult topic, and I wanted it to be very tender. Again, I really wanted it to be a soft reading and not, something that makes people suffer more. And so I'm maybe going to talk a little bit about how I made this book. So this is my first fiction book, and I'm very happy with that because before that I did a didactical comic book. Maybe you've read The League of Super Feminists, which is published at Jordan Quarterly too. And it was kind of an accident for me to do, like a happy accident, to do like didactical comic books, because it was my blog when I was studying comics in Brussels, and I did like a feminist analysis of movie and TV show and like just feminist question in general. And so after that I was kind of offered always to do didactical comic book, but I really wanted to do fiction. It was why I started doing comics in the first place. And when I arrived in Montreal in 2016, I discovered like the zine world. I did a lot of zine, like for Expozine, which is kind of a convention in Montreal about like auto-publishing and micro-publishing houses. And so I did a lot of zine, comic zine. And actually, This Is How I Disappear was like a zine in the beginning. So it's like the first 30 pages, something like that. And as you can see, I have some of the original, I have all actually of the original, I don't know how to say planche in English, but I hope you understand what I want to say. Pages, I guess. So as you can see, it's like just ink on paper. It's a Rotring, which is like a wonderful tool for drawing, but also awful because they are very, very, very fragile and they're always breaking, and they cost very expensive. They are very expensive, so that's not the best thing. And then I did the black on Photoshop, like on my computer. As you can see, I worked 2 pages at a time because it helped me see the composition of the pages, and I want them to work together. So it was kind of an easier way for me to do that. And my rotring is very thin, so it was perfect to draw in this size. And as you can see, it's also a very contrasted black and white in the book. And something funny to me was that, I don't know if it's the same thing in North America, but in France, I have the feeling that people really prefer comic books in color. And so a lot of people were like, oh, I don't really like black and white comics, but you know, it works. And I was like, yeah, it was like I chose black and white because I knew it would work with the story. You know, it's kind of a very minimalistic and sometimes cold and sometimes very like oppressive, and sometimes at the contrary very like clear and I don't know to say that, but you know, like you can breathe with this kind of drawing, because when it's just line, it's very like there is a lot of white and it's very breathable, I guess. And so yeah, these are some of the pages that I like. I hope you're going to read this book. I hope if you read it that you're going to like it, and I hope that I didn't bore you. And yeah, again, so this is how I disappear. I'm very happy with the translation. It was amazing to work with like Drone Quarterly, and I'm so proud of this book, and I really hope you're going to like it. And thank you to have listened to me and my broken English, and I hope I was understandable. And I wish you all a very, very good day and great week. So yeah, thank you. Bye.